Record. All right, hi everyone, and welcome to our team call. I'm so excited for our guest speaker. Just a couple reminders. It is the 25th, which means we have 5 more days of the month. So let's make sure we end that strong and doing, what you need to be doing to kind of finish out where you want it to be. If anybody wants to do a power hour or anything, let me know. And also, October, don't forget the UK launch is October 19th. So if anybody from the UK, we have groups going on that we can add them to and get them set up and ready to go. So make sure you're, polling your family and seeing if anybody knows anybody over there. So with that, we will go ahead and introduce Jatana. She is a 3-time elite coach. She's an executive leader on the leadership ladder. She was a Country Heat cast member. She is a star in the 80-Day Obsession. If you guys saw the Super Saturday video, you saw her abs, and they're ridiculous. And she was Miss Virginia, which is awesome and so exciting. So she's incredible on IG stories and all social media. Carl puts her stuff up at Summit and everywhere else. So we are really, really lucky to have her on tonight. So let's let her have the stage. Go ahead, Jatana.
All right. Okay. First thing we have to do is we have to take a picture and we have to post it on our IG stories, right? That's what we do. So let's all make sure we're not picking our nose or sleeping or anything like that. And grab your phones. Does everybody have IG stories or Instagram or Facebook or something? Snapchat, some sort of social media. You can do it on all of them. So I'm going to take a picture and go, got it, right? And then on your whatever format you use, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, you got your team there. You want to post something fun, like with my girls, with my tribe, learning and growing, love this time at night where I get to sit down, whatever you want to put on there, and go ahead and post it now. Go. Did you take a picture? Come on. This is real time. People are watching. And let me say why I want to do this, because it's kind of part of my story. I know that I'm starting to attract people like myself, people who are in a similar position in life that I was before Beachbody, just by seeing those photos. So while you're posting your picture, you can listen to my story and where I came from and how I got to where I am now. So, and then I'll obviously do some training. But I want you to know that none of this started like I pushed a button and all of a sudden I was good at it, because I was terrible at it in the beginning. So I use this term, I don't know, I feel like I'm really bad at technology. Like I had to get my 20 or something-year-old neighbor to teach me Snapchat. I was like, what is the point? Like you put doggies on your nose and you like share it? I don't get it. And so if you feel lost in all this new stuff that's coming out, realize that I felt lost about 2 months ago, and now I'm one of the top Instagram, whatever type, Facebook challenge group type stuff within the network. So you can learn and grow. So about 5 years ago, I'm still a stay-at-home mom, but I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was finding myself getting really bored and lonely, right? You have the little ones at home, and you have a hard time getting out of the house, because taking a newborn and a 2.5-year-old out of the house is a big to-do, especially going to the gym. Like, that's scary to me, handing my little baby over to the person at the gym, knowing that there's other bratty kids there. No. Sorry if you brought your kids to the gym. Other kids, you don't know what they're going to do to your kid. They're going to get MRSA. They're going to, like, get all germed. I, would strip their clothes down and, sanitize them. I'm also a germaphobe. So, anyways, that's where I was about 5 years ago. And I was lacking community. And that's why I told you guys to take that picture. Because if I were to run across your Instagram page or your Facebook page, and I were to see this picture of a bunch of ladies getting together on, my husband's cooking. If I saw a bunch of ladies getting together on a Monday night just to chit chat about life and encourage one another and motivate one another, you would attract me. I'd been like, I need that. Like, what is she doing? Like, I just want to get on a call and talk to adults for 30 minutes. That sounds amazing. So make sure that you are putting that out there, that you are a part of something incredible and a community that is inspiring one another. And it doesn't necessarily have to be coach related. It can be the fact that you just have a community, because somebody like myself was struggling with that. Anyways, I got into Beachbody from, having kids and wanting to lose my baby weight, and also Joshua really distracted me. I'm like, I can't even get my brain wrapped around what I'm supposed to say. He's like shaking milk and pushing the microwave.
This is the kind of stuff the coach has to do.
It's kind of stuff the coach has to deal with, right? Anyways, so I got involved with Beachbody through Insanity. I had 2 C-sections, and I was having a really hard time getting the baby weight off. I had always been somewhat tiny, but at this point I was still small. I probably weighed, don't get me wrong, I'm 5 foot tall. I probably weighed about 105 pounds at the time. But I was super, super unhealthy. So while I looked great probably with clothes on, my inside I was not doing well. So I was finding myself very tired and lonely and kind of depressed as a stay-at-home mom. And I thought to myself, I was upstairs in my playroom thinking, man, I got everything I always wanted. I got a nice house. I have a loving marriage. I have healthy kids, and I'm not happy. What's wrong with me? I used to call my husband or like, when you come home, when you come home, you come home, I'm about to lose my mind. And so I thought to myself, I was laying there on the floor, I was like, man, maybe I just need to start working out. Maybe that'll help. Because apparently, like, when you work out, you like start feeling good about yourself again. So I posted on Facebook, and I love when this comes up every year, whenever the anniversary, they show you on this day. And I posted on Facebook, does anybody own Insanity? Because I was not about to go buy $60 DVDs. Like, that's just insane. I was going to go to Target and, like, get Jillian Michaels for $12.99. That's a lot easier, right? But I tried that, too, and it didn't work. So I was like, well, I saw this infomercial for Insanity. Maybe I'll borrow it. And I borrowed some from a lady at church, and I still have them, and she's now my challenger. And I should probably give them back, but they're, I should hang them on my wall somewhere. Anyways, so I did Insanity, and about 7 weeks in, I did start and stop a bazillion times, just like a lot of our challengers, and maybe you felt that way too. And I found myself frustrated that I kept starting and stopping. So I went on the message board, and I found this chick, and she had before and after pictures with Insanity, and she had 2 kids, young, around the same age as mine. And so I emailed her. Lucky day for her. I emailed her and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to do Insanity and I keep stopping and I just can't get through the warm up. Like, it's crazy. I used to be a college cheerleader, so like I know how to train, but I'm sucking at life right now and I need help. And she's like, are you on Facebook? And I'm like, yeah. So we connected on Facebook, and she put me in her challenge group. And if you heard my story on the National Wake Up Call, that's where I was like, oh my gosh, I have friends. I have instant friends in this challenge group. I'm so excited to wake up every day and check my phone and be like, oh my gosh, Susan did a workout. Oh, I like those shoes. Yeah, where'd you get them? And I was able to like build this community off of this girls' challenge group. And it was something that I didn't realize I had such a huge void in as a stay-at-home mom. And so running challenge groups, obviously I decided to become a coach. I didn't go all in right away. It took me 9 months to go diamond. But once I was all in, I went from diamond to 5-star in a year and went elite and everything like that. So, and then 5-star to 10-star the following year. So with that being said, the heart and soul of what I do is on that challenge group experience, because I feel like that is what, and I can do a whole nother call on how to run challenge groups, but I'm going to go on Instagram because that's how I'm attracting people. And I think you need to attract people before you can even run an amazing challenge group. But that's the heart and soul of what I do with my business, is attract with my brand of who I am. And then I run the bomb challenge groups, and then I convert them into coaches, the ones that are rocking and the ones that are just like, I don't want to be a coach. Typically they're just my loyal customers, and I still pour into them, and they're like my best girlfriends. So with that being said, let's go into some knowledge, some training. Let me share my screen, and feel free to ask questions at the end. So write down your questions. Probably should start at the beginning of the presentation. Was anybody at the DC training? not repeat myself. Mandy and Kristen. And all right, cool. I saw somebody else raise their hand. Susie. Sweet. Well, there's stuff that I'm going to add in here. So some of this training might be familiar, and I always like to hear trainings twice anyways, but I have new stuff that I'm going to add in that's not in this presentation, but I will be saying it. So I can't see you guys. So Brooke, if for some reason, like you can't hear me, just text me or something, because for some reason I can't see y'all when I'm looking at the presentation. This is kind of my playbook on Instagram, and why I've decided to kind of not shift, I'm doing both, but really learning how to grow my business over there. So I'm going to go over your personal brand strategy, how to make your page flow, how to create a funnel system, Snapchat versus Insta Stories, and how to not be vanilla on your Insta Stories, but be a ninja, okay? I love that word. It's fun. So one of the things you want to make sure you do is in your Instagram, if you guys have it open, I would go to the top of the page and make sure that you are a business. You can link it up to your like page. As you can see, the girl on the right, Kelly King Fit, hers is a personal IG page, and mine is a business IG page, so it's linked to my business account, so I can promote things. I can see some insights, see the little bars over here. I can see insights into like who is watching my stuff, what country they're from, what kind of engagement I'm getting. And so I think it's important to make it a business page. I just use public figure, and I list out things that define me. And this is Virginia 2015. I'm a motivator. I'm a beach lover. I'm a mom with muscles. I love donuts and cupcakes. I'm a makeup lover. And I also added at the bottom, just recently with a little UK flag, put UK mentor coach, UK Beachbody mentor coach. Just for a short amount of time, I'm going to leave that up there as the people in the UK are starting to search around for people. I want that to be up there. So another thing that you're going to see at the bottom here is this Linktree link, which is incredible for, and I'm sorry, my notifications are going to go off, is a way to funnel your traffic. And I'm going to go over that here in a minute. But first, before you can even start to attract people to yourself, or start adding people to your challenge group, you got to be able to attract people to yourself. And so two people that I like to follow on IG is Shalene Johnson and Angie Belmar. And you can kind of tell by looking at their pictures, you're like, well, their page looks kind of boring because it's just pictures of themselves. And I've actually had people come to me and be like, it's all pictures of you. Why do you do that? Because I am my own brand. I'm not Beachbody. I'm not 21 Day Fix. I'm not Autumn. I'm not 8 Day Obsession. I am Jatana, who's living my life out loud on social media and hopefully inspiring people to follow me. And so on Shalene's page, you're going to see a lot of modifications. You're going to see a lot of PIO moves and different workout moves that you can do on your own. On Angie's page, you're going to see, you know, a lot of fitness and travel. But on each one of those posts, you're going to notice that they are sharing a piece of their story, especially Angie's. Like, even though it's, you know, her looking hot on a boat in Italy, if you click on the picture, there's always a story behind that picture. And so the thing about IG is it's all about the visual of what you see, and is it going to capture somebody's attention to read what you're writing about. So you have to make sure that it is a picture that is going to cause people to want to read what you have to say. All right, I really want to get into IG stories because that's the big part of what I love to do. But I do want to cover some of the basics of your page. So this is the funnel system that I use. It's called linktr.ee. It's the weirdest link ever to put, but this is what you see when you click on that. You get a funnel system page. So as you can see, I have, if you were to click on my link in my bio, you'll see United Kingdom Beachbody is coming in 2017. Enroll now. Chat with me or connect with me on Facebook, and then you can go and see my WooFoo forms. If you want to duplicate my WooFoo forms, that is totally cool with me. Don't reinvent the wheel. So use something like that to be able to funnel people who are tracking on your IG page. All right, Snapchat versus IG stories. IG has a built-in audience that you can network with. IG also has a live option that saves for 24 hours. It also allows you to tag locations. And then now with IG stories, with Instagram in general, you have to have 10,000 followers to do the swipe up option in IG stories. But with Snapchat, you can actually have the, not the swipe up, but the little, is it swipe up? I don't even use that as much anymore, but it has the little paperclip thing where you can add a link to your Snapchat story. So Snapchat, you can swipe up for everyone. With IG, it is 10,000 followers, which obviously as a newer coach or even a coach for a few years, it takes some time to get up to 10,000 followers. So that's kind of the pros and cons of the two. I am using less Snapchat. I use Snapchat to frame my workouts into 10-second intervals, and I put it over on stories. But in general, I don't use it that often. All right, so how to use curiosity marketing. This is kind of the meat of what I wanted to talk about tonight. I just want to make sure your page was set up properly. But come follow me, first of all, on my IG stories, because I want you to be able to see a trend in what I'm doing. So if you just follow me for one day, you're not going to see the trend. I have, what do I call it? Seasons that I go through. I have a challenge group building season. I have a recruiting season. And then I have, coach opportunity call season. It just depends on what I'm doing. So if I have a challenge group coming up, my IG stories might be tailored around that. It'll be sprinkled in there. And the same thing with my coach opportunity. It'll be sprinkled in there along with life. And that's some of the things that I want to talk about. So you heard Shalene Johnson talk about this at Summit, and it's super important. Curiosity marketing is IG stories. Like, that is what it's all about. You do not want to post like a picture of your Shakeology cup with the word Shakeology written down the side and you holding it. Like, that is like straight blatant, hi, I want to sell you Shakeology. So for me, you see me do my sexy shake. So it's basically some sort of country song, and I'm making my Shakeology, and it's like clockwork. Every single morning, that's what people are going to get, and people know that what it's about. And most of the time, my inbox is filled with, what's in your shake? I love that you're asking me that, darling, that what's in my shake. Why, wait. First off, thank you for asking me what's in my shake. I am excited to chat with you about that. What has you interested? Do you drink shakes also? Right? So that's the conversations that I get a lot, because I don't put Beachbody or Shakeology or what workout I'm doing necessarily. I'll just put day 51 on my workout pictures, so that people, or workout videos, so that people want to ask me what I'm doing. And so you want to create curiosity in your stories. You want people to come to you and ask you what it is you're doing. All right. Curiosity marketing. And there's a little sentence up there that I will address in a second. I think it's important that I say this statement, because it's one of my favorite ever. But things you want to do, you want to share your journey, you want to have fun, you want to be creative, you want to do call to actions, this is all in your IG stories, you want to be super consistent. Like, if you're going to do a call to action for a challenge group, you need to be very, very persistent in how that all plays out. Carl kind of talked about it at Summit, if you heard his speech. And then learn new features. You can go to the IG story itself, like the actual Instagram stories, their story, and they will show you new features whenever they come out. Just recently, I learned that you can do the text in rainbow. I don't know if you guys know that. Like, you can actually make all the text the rainbow color. Pretty cool feature. Go Google it, and there's a ton of YouTube videos on how to do it. But they teach you new features, so make sure anytime Instagram puts up a story, watch it, because sometimes they'll be teaching you something new that's coming out, and you'll be the first person out there doing it, and it's kind of cool and exciting. And then the other thing you want to do is make sure you're sharing small pieces of your day. Don't let 6 hours go by. In all honesty, it's kind of supposed to be like every hour is how I do it. I know that sounds obnoxious, but it can be the simplest things, like I don't know, you got dressed for the day. What cute outfit are you wearing? What do you're making your Shakeology. You're doing your workout. You're walking to the bus stop and it's raining and do something hilarious. You're getting in your car and you're going to pick up dry cleaning. Like, I've just basically bring people along on my day. What you don't want to do is post product names all over the place, right? I already talked about that. Have bad spacing in your videos. If you decide to create a video for your Facebook page and you want to put it on your IG stories, you have to fix it so that it fits within that frame. And I can explain how to do that separately at the end of the call if you need help with that. Poor sticker placement. I don't like to use the generic ones that they give you. Let me see if I can find it. Can you guys see me? But when you first swipe up and there's like all these little stickers that are really generic, like savage and one, it, me, and mood and true and nah, or whatever. You guys are like, what? I think you know what I'm talking about, right? I don't use any of those. I like to customize and make my own stuff because I think it makes it unique and it makes it stand out. And it makes it look more professional rather than these like blotchy stickers all over it. And lastly, what you don't want to do is talk forever. It's the worst. Have you ever gone through a Snapchat story or an Insta story and you start watching it and you're like, oh my gosh, this person won't stop. They're still talking. She's still talking. And then you're like, forget it. And you swipe away. Don't be that person. All right. All right. Next. So how to get your followers to become challengers. Obviously, you're going to be jabbing like crazy on your stories, not just on your Facebook wall, not just on your IG account, but also in your stories. And you are going to jab in all kinds of different ways. You can, obviously, your Shakeology every day is going to be a jab daily. Your workout every day is going to be a jab. You can even, if you're doing like a kickoff call for your challenge group for 1 month, you can post a picture of you guys talking, be like, I'm so excited to get connected with my challengers and figure out what the best program is going to be for them to get healthy and fit this year. So you should be jabbing like crazy. And then your right hook, you can actually put on your wall and then do what I did there. Ask people that are following your story to go check out your post. And most likely they're going to sweep off your story and go take a look at the little post and put an emoji over it to hide it. And that post is typically my call to action. Whew. Another thing that you can do is post something like this. This is another call to action. I was looking for 30 ladies into my July 17th challenge group, and I just put some graphics on there, and the little checks came from the sparkle little button that's on there, and I clicked, checked with my finger, and then posted it onto my story. And when I do something like this, I'm super intentional to make sure the progression of it continues to happen. So for me personally, and this might look different for different coaches, it might be just you want 5 ladies in your next challenge group. I would write 1 through 5 on a piece of paper, and I would not that would be like a campaign for the next 24 hours of finding those 5 ladies. And so for me, it was 30 ladies, and I was able to fill those spots into my challenge group through my stories. So I kind of wanted to be able to answer questions because I think that's where people get a lot of learning done. And there's a lot more new stuff that's come out. Some of the things that I want to advise you guys to do is to make sure you are tagging locations. So for example, if I said, and this happened to me recently, I was going line dancing out in Centerville, Virginia. And so I said, I'm going out line dancing, Centerville, Virginia. And I had this late girl reach out to me, and she's like, I saw your story that you're going line dancing. I just moved to Virginia, and I love line dancing. Like, where do you go? And we're just starting to chat and connect just based off of her finding me in the location, which is really awesome with the fact that the UK market's opening up. So I tag United Kingdom, London, Manchester, Northern Ireland, all kinds of stuff, Scotland, because people within that community who decide to click on that location can see all of your stuff. Another tip you can do, for example, we just got back from Destin, Florida. We were all on our diamond retreat, right? And so I told my team, I'm like, we're all in Miramar, and we're all put in Miramar Beach, Florida. And when you click on Miramar Beach, Florida, for the particular story, you can see everybody that tagged Miramar Beach, Florida. And guess what they were all saying? Because it was Sunday, and everybody was checking out of their resorts and their hotels and their beach house. They're all saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm leaving. This was amazing. There's like bridal parties and bachelorette parties and birthdays and all kinds of family reunions. And they had all these pictures. And I was going through and I was following and liking, like, I'm going to miss it too. Do you come here every year? Where do you guys like to stay? It's like a common conversation. Like, it makes sense for me to ask them, because if they go look at my wall, they're going to see that I was in Destin, Florida as well. And so I'm sitting here engaging with bachelorette parties, which is great, because it's like I get to connect with them, a bunch of ladies. And so my coaching team's like, oh, no, I got her. We're like going through all these Miramar Beach posts. So that's one of the tips that I wanted to give you guys, because that's kind of a newer thing that I've been focusing on. Another thing that I did to expand my market is I started a Spotify playlist with my favorite songs. It's kind of part of my brand that Jatana likes music and she dances all over the place. So you got to find what works for you. If you have a certain type of music that people know, this girl's a country girl and she likes, for me, I like country and 90s hip hop. And so people kept asking me, like, Jatana, where do you get all your music from? So I created a Spotify list, and now coaches, my challengers, my friends are all tagging me. What? Beach bodies using my Spotify list. No joke. But they are tagging me at Jatana Jackson, listening to Jatana Jams, help me fold laundry, listen to Jatana Jams, got through my workout. What does that do? Right? My name is at Jatana Jackson, listening to your Spotify list. Their friends are clicking on my name and going, who's this Jatana Jackson chick that she's listening to her music? And they're coming and checking out my page. Especially, not for the coaches, I'm not looking to take their people, but for my customers and for my friends who are using my Spotify list. It's a great way to find new people. What questions do you guys have? Because I know that was a lot of like scrambled information. And like, here's an example of one. See, she tagged me in she's listening to one of my songs. What questions do you guys have?
You're like really good. I feel so, I don't know, overwhelmed, I guess. I haven't focused so much on Instagram yet, and I feel like that's a whole new world.
It is, but things are really shifting.
Yeah.
I've just noticed a big change in social media, and I know that Facebook bought out Instagram. So stories is just such a fun place to be able to just be you.
Right.
And there's no way you could post on Facebook or IG 15 times a day. Like, people would be annoyed. But what better way to bring people into your life than that live story, that kind of unfiltered silliness of you.
So I have a question, just kind of like an administrative one. When you're setting up your profile, do you have to do that on the computer to get all those different?
Yeah, so I did it in my notepad because it won't edit right in the, actually I just did one the other day. Yeah. Write it in your notepad with the emojis that you want, right?
Okay.
Copy and paste it into the profile section, because it won't let you do it properly when you try to do it in there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then, is there a way to shrink it down when you take like a picture that you put somewhere else and to put it on your stories to make it fit?
Okay, so here's my trick with that one, because it's not formatted for the story thing. So, for example, if I wanted to grab, I'm trying to see something that wouldn't fit right. Okay, so for example, this picture right here of my team won't fit in Insta Stories, right? But what I would do is, well, hold on. So I click on it there, that's what it looks like in my camera roll. That's the picture, it's horizontal, it would never fit. So I tap on it again, it turns black, right? We don't want that on there. Then I'm gonna screenshot it, right? And then I go over to Stories. And when I put it in there, it puts it in there like that, which allows me to write this is my girl tribe, Destin,
Right.
Florida, at Destin, Florida, tag the thing. So that's how I'm able to get pictures that are not formatted for the story frame.
I love that.
And you mentioned that there's a way to do that with videos too. Like if you have a video, how do you do that?
So, for example, I just did my workout video earlier today. If you see it on my wall, or my Instagram wall, it's, you know, that craziness, right? But I went into iMovie earlier. Hold on. So that's what I use to make my video is iMovie, which is like the #1 question of the year. And then I edited it. So I just took off, now it's only 14 seconds long, but I went and took off a bunch of frames, and the only thing that I left in there were the frames that I was in the center of the thing. If you find yourself in a plank position or over here, it's not going to show up. So I just grab, and it doesn't even have to be me working out. I could just be in the center of the frame dancing like a fool. And that's what you get with my story, which is right here. Hold on.
Thank you. That makes sense.
Yeah. And so that's what you end up seeing is this one right here. See? And I didn't say 8-day obsession. I just said day 51 done. And that lets you have everything in that. See how it's all super zoomed in? As long as you're in the middle of the frame in the iMovie that should be filmed horizontally anyways, you will show up properly in your story.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else? So I have tons of questions.
That's okay. Go for it. Shoot.
When you're messaging people, do you have like some strategy to how you do that? Like how many times do you go to their page and like stuff and follow stuff, and how many people are you doing that to at a time, and how are you tracking that?
Yeah. So I just recently outsourced this because well, obviously Shalene says outsource it if you can. And so I hired somebody that is running my page, and not running my page, but running my engagements. They are liking and commenting and following targeted people based on hashtags. And I'm going to do a team call about this on Wednesday for my team, but finding hashtags that are for you. So this is what I would do if I wasn't outsourcing it. For example, the UK, you could go to, let's see, let's find one, hashtag mum fit, or let's just do mum and see what comes up. So tags, so you're going to go to hashtag mum. There's 8 million of them. Click on them, right? And then you're going to go and look and see what you find. So there's some that are like weird, scandalous. And you're like, that's creepy. Or that's an ad. But this girl looks pretty normal. Like she's just sitting on the dock with her kid. Or that's her child sitting on the dock. That's probably somebody that's within my market. She's only got 11 likes. So it's not like it's a, famous person or a blogger or something like that. So I'm going to heart her picture. I'm going to go to her page. Traveling the world with 2 kids and my husband. Mom. Sold everything and bought one-way ticket, Philippines. She seems like she's a traveler. That's kind of fun. So I would go and probably like 2 pictures and then comment a question on maybe 2 other ones. So for this one, she's at a gorgeous beach, and the beach is in the Philippines. So I would comment, oh my goodness. I'm doing it right now. This is gorgeous. What part of the Philippines is this? What part of the Philippines? So even if she is living in the Philippines and she is putting mom as a hashtag, then obviously she's probably from the UK. So what part of the Philippines is this? So I would do this, like set apart some time to be able to pick a hashtag and say, I'm going to spend 15 minutes just connecting with people, trying to find people that I can like and comment on their page and follow her. You don't want to do too many at one time because IG will be mad at you and they'll block you from following people.
So you do follow her, and do you put her
I just follow her
somewhere so that you remember to go look back at her later?
Yep. So you want to start a list of IG names, and you can even create a folder in your phone. That's what I did. So I would screenshot her, right? And I would put that picture in a folder in my phone, photo album. So I have all the people that I've screenshotted who I started to follow and engage with, and I can go back and connect with them some more if I haven't heard back from them or if they didn't follow me back. Especially if I'm like, they're really good, like I really want to connect with them.
Right.
Another one that I would do, let's see, I don't ever do fitness stuff because those people are dated. I could do Jeep Girl, because that's me. I drive a Jeep and I'm a Jeep girl. So that's an even narrow, and I want you to stay narrow. Like, I don't think you should go super broad. Like, Mom is really broad. So Jeep Girl, this chick, she's, no, that's a ad. Let's see here. Okay, she just has a selfie. That's great. So I would go to her page. She's only got 5 likes on that picture, so she's kind of normal, right? No, I'm just saying, like, the average person doesn't have 500 likes. They have 500 likes. They're probably into some sort of network marketing, or it's not a real account. So I would connect with her just commenting on her page. So keep it narrow. Try to find hashtags that relate to you. If you're a Jeep person, if you're country music, or you like line dancing, I'm just trying to think of all things like pageants. Like, that's a huge one for me. I can click on pageant stuff and find all kinds of people.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. What questions do you guys have? Anybody have anything else?
I have another one, kind of a technical question, but Jatana, how do you do the music in your videos? Do you use like where do you, when you're doing your dancing videos and stuff, can you post videos where you're actually like playing the country song you're dancing to, or does it have to be royalty-free music? Like, how do you do that?
Okay, so stories doesn't snag you on music.
Okay.
So when I'm doing stories, I use, so for example, I'll just show you real quick. I do this every morning with my Shakeology. It's going really slow. So I have my Spotify, and say I was playing this song, I turn the volume all the way up. And then I go to my Instagram story. I usually have my Diva light on, right? I put the pretty filter on because I want nice skin. Monaco! And I'm showing them how to put music on Insta stories. Right? So now, let me pause my Spotify. Right?
Okay.
So that lets you put music in the background of your Insta story. In terms of iMovie, I buy the song off iTunes and I speed it up to 1 1/4.
Okay, and you can post that on your actual page without getting snagged on the music?
Yeah. What you want to be really careful of is never have, like, say, like the other night, I actually got snagged on Facebook and they blocked me for 24 hours from posting because I had music playing in the background. And we had a little team get together and there was just music playing in the background and they took my video down. So you just have to be mindful of that. But when I use iMovie, and that's why when you hear my stuff, it's all like super fast.
I actually have a question. So I have a account on Instagram, but it's under an old business name. It's still active, but it's not my Beachbody business name. So how do I get those followers to come over to my, like, Kate Minotti, like my Beachbody brand name?
Yeah. What is your page name?
What was that?
What's your Instagram page name?
Lipstick Rocks.
And that's your.
So that's going to actually go live again. Mm-hmm. This isn't working here. Okay. I'm hearing my own voice, like reverb or whatever. But I can't get the microphone on the computer to work. So sorry. But so it's a following that I've had with Lipstick Rocks. and it was like an old networking group. But I'm getting more followers because I'm posting more, like you said, kind of like my life story. It's not just business networking. So I'm kind of thinking I should just use Kate Minotti, my Instagram account, that's Kate Minotti, but I think I have like 2 people on it. So how do I get those like 189 followers to go there?
You can change your name to Kate Minotti instead of the one you have.
But I have, how do you do that though? Because I have Kate Minotti.
You
it's
can
like
change
the tag.
anything. You can change your handle. You can change your name like 16 million different times. If you're like, I don't want it to be lipstick, and is that what the issue is? You don't.
So
want
I have Lipstick Rocks, and then I have a separate account that's Kate Minotti. Yeah.
And the Kate Minotti one's only 2 people, right? Or
yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so
then
my Lipstick Rock goes away.
Just change your name, the handle, to whatever you want it to be, and not make people move over.
Okay, but you don't think the original people that were following Lipstick Rocks, they're going to be like, what? And just, they wouldn't care because it's.
I don't care. Do your thing, girl. Don't worry about it. You're in health and fitness, so like everybody knows that. So I would just start doing your thing, and if you want to change the name on it because you don't like that one now, then you can change it to Kate Minotti, and not worry about.
I totally didn't realize I could do that.
Mine used to be Miss Virginia 2015, and I was like, nah, I'm over that. Back to Jatana Jackson, because that's what people know. Okay. And I think you have it as your name. I see a lot of coaches do like, lipstick and lunges, fit mom, and it's like, how are people going to find you? You know what I mean? Like they connect with you on Facebook and they want to go look up Mandy Turk, and they're like, Mandy Turk, I don't see no Mandy Turk on Instagram. You know what I mean? But if that's her name and that's her handle, I think that's what it should be.
Okay.
So that people can find you. And feel free to like look at mine and copy it. And like I said, with my Insta stories, I would follow 30 days because like I said, I go through seasons.
That's the other thing. I don't follow anybody. Should I follow?
I don't necessarily have to. All right, here's another secret of mine. Now that we're being recorded, I follow this girl named Alex Beeden on stories. That's where I get a lot of my ideas from because she's so good at graphics. And I think it's important to realize that there are people that are talented at it, and all you have to do is find something that looks fun, learn it, and use it for yourself. So with Alex, she is great at these cute little graphics. So like if I see something, see how it progressed, watch. You know how you do that? You just save the frame and then post it on there and add something to it. And then save that and then add something to it. And so you can do a call to action as things pop up. But she posts a lot of cute stuff, and she's not a coach. She's just like an entrepreneur person on Instagram. But she's super creative. So I'm like, oh, how did she? I love the way she did her call to action for her business with the layering of the words and the coloring and all that stuff. And so I'll get ideas there. Also, I don't know if you guys knew this, but this is kind of fun. Hold on. This is a feature not a lot of people know about. So I'm just going to take a picture. All right, say you want a background color. That's my face. You press the marker. Say you want a pink. You hold your finger on it, and the screen turns pink. And then, say you wanted to put your face on there for a call to action. You go to the little sticker thing. There's a camera. You click camera. And you're like, right, you're going to start a challenge. Here's my face. Watch this. Boom. Make it small. Oh, my gosh, come join my challenge group. But you would even progress it. You'd be like, starting October 2nd, save that frame, post it. Next set of words, it'll have that on there. Next set of words will be like, hot mama group starting or whatever you want. Slay the Day was the name of my challenge group. Slay the Day, and I use Miracle Morning. Use that for your next challenge group. It was amazing. But I progressed myself to that. Before I announced Slay the Day, I talked about what are the things you dread doing in the morning? What are the things you dread do during the day? Did you make your bed this morning? Let's all make our bed. Like I started breadcrumbing the idea of my Slay the Day challenge group, and calling it Miracle Morning is so not Jatana. So I wasn't going to be cheesy and call it Miracle Morning. I was going to call it Slay the Day because that's my verbiage. But anyways, that's a really cool way to add your picture to your story. Also, I will always do, you might not see my location on there, but you can type in like Raleigh. I don't live in Raleigh. I live in Virginia. Raleigh, North Carolina, right? Make it transparent. Make it really, really teeny, teeny, tiny. And then put it somewhere up in the corner. If you don't like want to have it in your picture, and that way you're always adding a location, so somebody in Raleigh, North Carolina is going to see my post if they're looking at the location. So always, always, always have a location no matter what. If it's going to make your thing look funny, just make it really tiny and stick it up in the corner.
Wow.
Do you guys know how to do the rainbow? How do the rainbow works?
No.
Okay.
I don't know how to do the shiny letters.
Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. So let's do a blank slate again, right? I'm gonna do white this time. I just took a picture and made it white. Let's make it pink because that's really hard to see. Pink, right? Sparkle, little dot, dot, dot above it. Make your pen really teeny tiny. And then you could type, hold on. You could take a picture of your, here, I don't want to do the background. I'm going to discard that. I'm going to take a picture of this call. And then I'm going to type, I'm about to blow your mind, watch. Coach, really big. Can you guys see my screen?
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to copy, select all, copy, done. Go back to the next set of letters, paste, pink, done. Let me layer that up and make it look really cool. Make it pop a little more, right? So now it says Coach Life and it pops more. Now I'm gonna go to the marker, sparkle, really small. I'm gonna do it in pink. And then I'm gonna go, wait, hold on, sorry, sparkle. You gotta stay away from that little thingy. And then you're gonna use your finger and go, life. How cute is that? See? And the sparkle in there, right? That makes it a lot more fun. Coach Life. The only reason why I knew that is because I followed Alex Beeden and she put like entrepreneurship day or something. She did the bold words and then she put day in her little cursive. And so you could do something like that with your coffee and your laptop sitting on the desk first thing in the morning. That's kind of cute. Might save it.
That's awesome.
Was there anything else? Let's see. All the features on here. There's a crown. Do you guys know there was a crown? No?
Mm-mm.
Right, let me X this out. Show you the crown real quick. It's cute when you're using it for your kids. So I'm just going to make it a blank screen so you can see it. But the crown is this thing right here. Is that it? Yeah. So it's that little heart piece. Of course, it's pink or it's white, so you can't see it. The little heart up there is the crown, so you can use. It looks like a crown. It's kind of fun. Crayon. I say crown wrong. Crayon.
I say crown too.
Crown.
How do you make the background a solid color again? I can't do it.
It's okay. So take a picture, whatever it is, right? And go to the marker.
Oh, the marker. Okay.
Not the marker, the ballpoint. Pick a color and then hold your finger on the screen.
Oh.
Another cool feature is you could take a picture of yourself. So let me get a workout picture. That's right, I took a picture of myself and I wanted to make it kind of a cool picture. So you can go to marker and then go to the highlighter and you could do like a really fair pink and hold over it and it's translucent looking. So you could put like an inspirational quote over your picture and make it look really cool.
I'm so lost because I open up Instagram and I don't see any of that stuff.
Do you?
Where are you looking?
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's a good place to start, right? The little camera in the top corner.
Where's this?
There is no little camera.
Let me see your phone. It's so bright. Go to the home screen, the little house on the bottom left.
Okay,
And then top left, there should be a camera.
got it.
Okay, so that's how you build a story. So example, if you were to open your camera and take a picture of the computer screen of the call, And it ended up looking like that, right? If you were to use that picture call, and then you could type out coach, and then you could use the little marker thing to do live.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a question? You can go ahead.
So I have another question. I've got about 180 followers, and these guys are reaching out to me with hi, hello, I love your smile. And I feel very uncomfortable with that. I never get that issue with Facebook.
Yeah, I block them. That's what I do. If I get it, and it usually goes to my requested inbox, and I don't even open it. I just block them immediately. I don't even open it. And I think it's the pro and con of IG, because IG is such a friendly exchange. Like it's welcome to have followers. That's what you want. On Facebook, it's like, these are my friends. And I don't know if I want to accept you into my friends. You know what I mean? That's what Facebook is. But IG is like, hey, we're all just going to post our stuff and our cool pictures from wherever we're going. And so it's a lot more open to engage with one another, which is a benefit to the business. But you also are going to run into that, which I do, and I just block them immediately. I don't even open it. Somebody's going to say hi, and he's got like him sitting on a Corvette. Like, no, thank you. Just block them. What else?
I have a question. So how do you decide what you're going to take from your story and what you're going to put into your like still shots for the day of just your regular Instagram timeline?
Instagram timeline, Facebook timeline are the same thing for me. So, you know, my workout, my kids, I just don't get a lot of traction on my wall that way. I get way more engagement when I do a call to action through stories.
Right. So how many posts would you say a day you're shooting for, like in Instagram? 3.
Okay. Sometimes 1.
And sometimes it's just like a still shot from your dance or whatever else.
Yep. It's either my workout video or a still shot of a workout with like, you know, day 50.
Right. So just like stuff from the day. Same thing.
Yep,
You just kind of
okay. It's just like Facebook. I treat it just like Facebook, image wise.
Right. I just didn't know if you had like, you know, you always try and do this or that, but no, that's good.
Yeah. I don't think people scroll through people's pages really unless they are intently wanting to look at you. Or not look at you in a weird way, but like they want to know about you. But stories is like everybody's just flipping through it constantly throughout the day. Mindlessly wasting our time in life.
Brooke, do you have a question? I like that little hand. I've never actually seen that. It shows your hand up.
Brooke needs to be unmuted. There you go.
Right now.
You don't?
No, I'm trying to take it all in.
Okay. You just had your little hand thing up, and I had never seen that. That was cute.
Oh, because it was from earlier, from when she said, who went to Super Saturday.
Oh, gotcha.
And I thought that's how people were raising their hands.
That's very cute.
It's a lot to take in, but really, guys, just start small and start just being you. And the more you do it, the more you'll becoming creative at it. Follow my stuff. That's the nice thing about IG too, is you can follow people, and it's not like, oh no, if I follow her, all my people are going to see that I'm following her. It's not like that. It's not like a like page where if you follow Jatana, then your peeps are going to see you're following. And duplicate what you like. You know what I mean? If you see something cool that I do it. Try it out. Follow Alex for her graphics. Alex Beeden is fantastic. Some other coaches that I follow, Danielle and Tony. She's very consistent on there as well. But yeah, have fun with it. Anything else?
I think, and you guys, this is recorded, so you can go back and watch it like slow motion, step by step, so that we can take it all in as many times as you need to.
Cool beans.
Jatana, thank you so much. That was amazing. And I have like 17 pages of notes, and I'm going to have to watch it 75 times.
You have some golden stuff on there. You have questions. I literally have probably 290 requested messages on how to make my iMovies and how to make it fit in Insta stories. And same question over and over and over again. So,
how many views do you get on a one of your videos, for instance?
In terms of stories?
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
4,000.
Wow. I'm like 50.
Oh, well, the more you engage with people, watch other people's stories, not just coach. Don't watch coaches. That's just unless you're watching them for ideas. But so don't get sucked into wasting your time like watching Bonnie Engel and then you're watching Brittany Leggett and then you're watching Lindsay and then don't do all that.
Right.
Find people you want to follow for a real specific reason, but otherwise go find your audience that you like with the hashtags, and if they do stories, watch their stories, respond to their stories. That's a great way to. That's what they're putting out there because they want people to watch it and they want people to respond. So
awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.